The anthems are done and dusted. Here we are for all the marbles. Cup final, national championship game. Returning champion Lindenwood University. Wearing black, you see Lorenzo Thomas there. A capped eagle. We're ready to play American International College from Springfield, Massachusetts. Wearing white with yellow. The referee team just doing a coin toss, and we'll be underway. There's been about 138 games played so far this weekend, and it comes down to this. John Broker with Scott Mead. Scott, we've seen both these teams a couple of times this weekend. This is going to be a game to behold.
This is the one we've been waiting for. I tell you what, when you hear the national anthem, ramp it up. If you don't get goosebumps, you're not here to watch some good rugby.
And both lineups are set. Interesting subtext. Josh Macy, Lindenwood coach, has been there for a couple of years. He was national champion last year. Longtime coach with AIC, a big part of their rise. So he's coached some of these guys. He's actually coached some of their coaches. So this is there's a lot in it for him, and there's a lot at stake here. These two teams know each other well. Styles somewhat similar. Big 7's programs.
Well, in some ways, he can't be let down. Then he'll either come out victorious and be happy, or be happy for his proteges. Eh?
Yep, and Christian Roddy Rodriguez to kick off here. Played some rugby with Bulldog Rugby. Won a men's club national 7's championship last year. They got some big guns in for this game. Referee has whistled that we're good to go, and we are underway here in Tucson at the Keno Sports Complex. Ugly first kickoff eventually gets taken down by AIC.
Really high restart, not claimed by anyone by either team.
Consolino took that one down as the ball moves across here. AIC, first strike at it. Good tackle coming from that second man in there. Lorenzo Thomas digs that ball out. Referee says that's okay. Christian Roddy Rodriguez gets that footwork going. He is an excellent 7's player. There's 2, 3, 4 players coming on top of him, and they get the ball to Spangenberg from Perth, Australia, wearing number 4. There's runners across the field for Lindenwood. Do they have it here? Left. Connor Burns moves it wide. And the big number 8, Wes White, headed for the corner. Wes White is going to open Lindenwood's account. And Lindenwood Lions, 5 points on the board in this national championship matchup.
Great handling side to side there, John. Started on the right side, ended it crossing the line way over on the left-hand side.
Good work by these teams. And Lindenwood first strike there. We'll see if they can put the extra 2 points on it. AIC, the Yellow Jackets.
Lorenzo Thomas showing his influence early. Good job with the ruck there, getting in just before the cleaners apparently and pulling that ball out, turning it over for Lindenwood.
Christian Rodriguez hits it, and we're at 7-0. Lindenwood is up. Yeah, we're talking about Lorenzo Thomas, captain, very important member of this team. Played on the wing for Eagles 15s. Was in the 7's World Cup camp and had an unfortunate injury last year, so didn't get the opportunity to move with that squad.
I mean, that's some great experience to bring to this match.
He's nice guy too. Had the opportunity to spend a little time with him. And that one doesn't go 10.
Great rugby players tend to be good people too.
And the Yellow Jackets now, Magistrali from Modena, Italy. Set move here for AIC. Teams know each other well. I'm sure Lindenwood has some idea what's headed their way. First cut across, we got an inside runner coming, a little wraparound back there.
Oh, great
and the
pace.
gap has opened up, and he can certainly make some moves there. Is Nick Franklin. But a penalty against AIC, and Christian Rodriguez is going to take it quickly here.
Let's see what Lindenwood
They're going
can
to move
do
it into the wide spaces, and it goes to Lorenzo Thomas. Lorenzo Thomas covered by a number of these AIC players.
AIC really piled in the middle, aren't they?
Yeah, they have a lot of players in that contact. I don't think Lorenzo Thomas needs that many people on him. But we have a big break here from the big number 2, Connor Burns. Connor Burns has a chaser on him. Can his momentum carry him across? What a great slap of the ball.
Effort.
Impressive defense. Scrambling from AIC, stopping a sure try. It will be there, put in, just at their 5 meter line.
No, they're not out of danger yet, though, John.
Yep.
They're pinned back deep and in the corner here. We'll see what they can do to get out. Zero room for error here.
Get a look at Nick Franklin, wearing number 13 for AIC, and Christian Rodriguez Two very big playmakers for these sides, standing side by side. Franklin able to get the ball away, but they're in their own try zone there. Magistrali moves it across. Tackle comes in. Attempted a handoff there, works.
A little
Coming
separation.
around the corner. Did he step in a touch? Well, a little knock on there, but ball comes back across to Franklin.
Referee's going to let it
Moving
go.
across the field there.
She checked with the side judge. She said it was okay too.
Yeah.
I think
AIC
Yeah,
and the touchline. That errant pass may result in another try here for the Lions. Spangenberg, born in South Africa, moved to Australia when he was 11, now in the suburbs of St. Louis, playing for Lindenwood, and moves it up to 12 points for the Lions in this national championship game. They're looking to repeat here.
Unfortunately, the AIC player kind of isolated himself and then got driven towards the sideline and had a panic pass. Threw it to the wrong player.
Lindenwood regathering. Christian Rodriguez hits another one. 14-0. Lindenwood leads.
The way Lindenwood are going now, you'd have to think the AIC's got to score next.
And we're about 2 minutes to go in this first half. Lindenwood's women's team doing very well. You're going to see some of them tomorrow. Another full day of action.
Solid program there at that school.
Yeah. Doing it very well. Christian Rodriguez didn't hit his 10 last time, so goes a little knuckleball. Puts it over the head of the big number 6 there. Christian Ortega. And Nick Franklin moves the ball back across. They've got some runners here.
Maybe we can create a 2-on-1 here.
Ball carrier doesn't quite get it with the run that he wants. Ortega gets it back.
Good recycle there.
Ball's to Magistrali. Franklin moves it across. Their big number 4, Tommy Clark.
A little bit of space on the left here if they can get the ball out quickly.
And AIC had to pile a number of players in there, but the penalty goes against them. There's a little short side open here, and the running is on, and it looks like that big number 8, Wes White, is going to have his second try of this final, and Wes White dots it down. Lindenwood pulling away in this first half. AIC is going to need a little Springfield magic.
Another quick transition try there. Boy, AIC, they turn the ball over, is just killing them.
Rodriguez from a harder angle this time. Coach Josh Macy from Lindenwood will be pleased with the effort so far.
Apparently the students have more to learn from the master, huh?
I guess they do. And Roddy hangs one up, doesn't quite get that one. They are at 19-0.
Kicking straight into the wind there, John. That's a tough kick.
Yeah, 15-20 seconds left here in beautiful Tucson. First half, national championship on the line. Currently, those little things going in Lindenwood's favor. Runners lined out either way. Hangs one up. Works its way back in the breeze. And it's going to be a free kick here for AIC. Just before this half ends, they can put in a 7-pointer or a 5-pointer. Would be important for them. Need a little
they need
confidence
a little momentum
coming
going into halftime, don't they?
Magistrali looks right, comes left, looks to go himself.
A little bit isolated there. Needs some support.
Good counter ruck. Ball picked up, interestingly, by a player on the other side of the ruck, but I guess he's okay.
Myself.
And Wes White, is that 3 for Wes White? He's going to have
in the same exact spot.
The hat trick for Wes White. AIC appeared to have a little complaint there. I thought that guy was offsides, but could be a rule that I'm not aware of.
Maybe the referee decided that there was kickback by AIC.
Yeah, could have been. And going into halftime, we're at 24-0 Lindenwood. American International College, the Yellow Jackets have a pretty large mountain staring them down. Rodriguez.
Another good strike.
Good strike, but doesn't hit it. And that's our halftime, 24-0 in this national championship game. We're going to be back with second half action after this. We're back for second half action. 24-0, the Lindenwood Lions over American International College. The Yellow Jackets from Springfield, Mass. AIC to kick off. Whistle has gone. We have 7 minutes left to decide a national championship here in Tucson. And taken down quickly by AIC. They need this. They need some points. They have the power. They have the runners to score. But a little knock on there is not going to do them any favors. They're trying to hurry things up. Yeah. Big Christian Ortega.
I think you're right. I think they rushed it a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, they knew they wanted to come out firing and just put a little too much on it there.
Yeah, we got to balance that urgency and patience there. Right?
Lindenwood got to play smart here. Good pressure there. As Lindenwood able to come in. Rodriguez, now he's under a little bit of pressure. Kind of choked in the middle of the field right now. Is that line going to open up for someone there? Some good running here from Lindenwood just to make a few meters, allow them to reset. It is out to the man who already has a hat trick, and he's across the 22. I think man of the tournament honors, maybe ahead of that guy's way. You can't score that many tries and not get looked at for something good, and that's Wes White.
He sure likes that far sideline, doesn't he, John?
He does, and he scores a 5-pointer, 29.
That might have sealed it for Lindenwood.
Yeah, this is going to be tough here. Tough days ahead.
Just tough mentally to come back from such a deficit and a hot, long day.
Hot, long couple of days, and then, Lindenwood just scores right off the kickoff there. Yeah, just tough for you. No good there from Rodriguez.
Really close. Great attempt.
And we have some changes coming in here for Lindenwood. The sun kind of peeking over the field there. Players with their hands over their eyes on the Lindenwood team. You can't quite see him. Just trying to figure out where this ball is going to go. Rodriguez gets it 10 this time. Knocked back by AIC. AIC on the attack for the first time in the second half. Clark moves it out there. That's Nick Franklin. Nick Franklin throws a dummy.
Great reset defense by Lindenwood.
Ooh. Lindenwood.
Oh, marginally forward called okay by the referee.
Referee's right with that. Quick recycle there from AIC. A little kick in behind there from Magistrali.
Good chase on his own kick.
Magistrali has a hold of the Lions number 2, Connor Burns. Rodriguez moves it across.
AIC defense, a little disarray.
Sam Chapman on the wing that time. Not sure if Wes White is still in this game. And the ball comes to the wing this time. 7 takes the ball in there. That was Michael Duvall. Rodriguez in the playmaker spot, moves it across the field. Duvall gets a hold of it again, but bobbles that one. Nick Franklin can't handle it. Would imagine we'll come back to the first infraction from AIC. A couple more players coming on the field here for Lindenwood. Halfway through this second half of action, just a little lull and excitement in what's been a running game here, Scott.
Yeah, it's been pretty one-sided. AIC's throwing everything they have at it, but Lindenwood just too dangerous.
Ball up there. Rodriguez moves it across field. They're into the middle of the field. They've got a number of reserves on now. Going to try to close this one out. Just have to play smart. Ball comes across to the midfield. General Rodriguez. He launches one.
Looked to me like he had somebody running right through the gap in the middle. That might have been an unnecessary mispass there, but worked out okay.
And even still, they are stretching this defense, this AIC defense. But AIC, good work there.
Good job with the breakdown.
Draw that penalty. Still looking for the points here. Ball up and over there.
Good hands,
pass.
quick hands.
AIC. Big number 8 there trying to get it done. Luis Sitama. Now Nick Franklin, he is not willing to give up. Sitama, again, Nick Franklin comes in and cleans that up. Nick Franklin, a hard-working player there. Moves it to Ortega. Back to Nick Franklin. Referee says it's okay. Lindenwood trying to hold Nick Franklin up. And a big smash comes in there. Player in from the side from Lindenwood. AIC has the penalty. They want to get some points on the board here.
Lindenwood still being stingy on the defense, though.
Yeah, big move there.
Great
as
tackle.
Tommy Clark gets tackled, and eventually a penalty comes against AIC. And Lindenwood kick that one forward, and they're going to try to run here from their own zone. Got it set on the sideline there. Counter ruck coming in. Referee says that's fine. It's AIC ball again. Things a little messy at the moment. I believe we'll come back for knock-on against Lindenwood. It's going to be an AIC scrum. Minute and a half to go in this national championship matchup. You're looking at potential future Olympic stars here. Lindenwood versus AIC, the top two teams in the country.
Yeah, so he's just got to get one in just for pride at this point.
Absolutely.
John. Can't get into the final, get skunked.
That's why, from your experiences, they don't want to lay back on it here. Lindenwood, though, they'd love the shutout, I believe.
Absolutely. That's a big statement if you can hold the other number 2 team to 0 points.
AIC, in the middle of the field with Sitama. Sitama throws a bounce pass that goes behind Franklin. Franklin, what can he get done?
AIC relying on their athletic ability instead of a rugby system at this point.
Ball comes across field. They're going to move it. Look for the width, and just a bobble ball there. What an unfortunate mistake for AIC. We are under 30 seconds to go here. Making some more changes. AIC, Lindenwood is going to be national champions in the next 30 seconds. What do they need to get done? They just got to play some steady ball. Find the right time to get that ball in touch. Both teams have just rolled in all their substitutes right now. Get everybody on the field in the national championship
Let everybody have
game.
a go in the final, right,
Yeah,
John?
get a feel for AIC in this one. But hey, number 2 in the country. You could wind up in worse locations.
As you said.
Run here from Lindenwood. Evan Williams. Lindenwood draw the penalty. No time on the clock. Rodriguez back up there to Williams. They're going to try to close it out with another try here. The ball comes to Duvall. Rolls his way in. Rodriguez stepping under the attention of a couple of AIC players. They've got players out wide here. If they can move it to him. Ball's in Reese Bota's hands. Got the ball
nice
in one hand.
ball.
He slips it up there to Sam Chapman.
Great line by Chapman.
And to wind it up here and put an absolute statement on a national championship as Sam Chapman, Lindenwood, puts another 5 points down and a 34, possibly 36-0 shutout of AIC, deserving national champions.
Quite. Great showing by Lindenwood.
Coach Josh Macy just doing a great job with this Lindenwood program. The school really behind their men's and women's programs, and it shows.
Yeah, as you said, Josh Macy, the master, teaching the coaches for AIC.
And Christian Rodriguez hits it. We have a national champion, 36-0. The Lindenwood Lions have done it again. They have repeat champions here in Tucson, Arizona. USA Rugby College 7's. We're going to step away for a minute while we watch these teams celebrate, but we're going to be back with all the action from D1 AA and then Division 2. John Broker with Scott Mead. Hope you're enjoying the rugby here. Don't let up yet.